What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Drementfh, and welcome to Thorium Gaming, and it's time to let Hashut rise some more. Gotta work on the way I do those intros. It seems like it's a little stale at times. Anyway, the last time we did kind of invade Kislev, and we were at war with the Great Orthodoxy. Kostelin and Boris Ursus are running around, though Boris is wounded right now, so that's not too bad.
No higher power than
But
I.
we've made some pressing headway into the western end of Kislev. While we've still got Kostelin kind of trapped down at Vitevo. And he has Nagenhof. Well, we don't really got to worry down there too much. Our focus mostly is on dealing with the Orthodoxy. So if we can take and sack these couple of cities, raise them to the ground maybe, then we can come back up and focus on taking out the rest of the Orthodoxy. Astrogoth has been doing a fair amount of work in that regard, and so is Hergar. So we've been pushing pretty good. I mean, we have a lot of money now, so we might look at getting a third army up and running, and then we can send them down to go fight some ratkin. That said, though, we do have to look at the forge. That's the Tower of Jar, because I'm a goof. And we can start looking at getting more units for a lot of this stuff. Now, if we're going to be building an elite unit, we're going to want the right kind of heroes and the right kind of troops. So Infernal Guard are going to be probably one of the things that we want the most of. Iron Guard with great weapons. I mean, they got the same armor as others. Let's see. Infernals. They're a little bit better on the offense, and they've got more weapon damage, but they're not shielded, so they're more vulnerable to missile fire. Kind of a tough call. I'd like to get some fire glaives too, and start going with some Infernal Ironsworn. So we can use those as a center, use Infernal Guard as our building blocks, and get some Felglaives in too to add to everything. Then we can start getting more machines. So it's going to be a lot to deal with at first. We have tons of armaments. We can upgrade this when we're building our army, no problem. Just got to look and get our gold to go up a little bit more so we can worry about it. We do have convoys out right now, and we probably have some buildings that can get upgraded and start bringing us more money in. So if we start doing that now and start looking towards... Okay, we have no raw resources right now, which is sad. We'll have to wait till the next turn. If we start looking towards getting all of our places producing more gold, we can get another army on the go and just send it south to deal with the rats. And they'll be dealing with a lot of elite infantry. We can throw a couple of Torque Bullers in there, the Centigors. So it should be fine. But we'll just let the other nations go right now, because we just need to wait on the raw resources to get really into everything. And he left. See, the other option that we might possibly have later on is to get peace with the Great Orthodoxy and just pass out on that. Well, not pass out. Go passive on that range and see how it works. Oh, we got Graveguard. Okay, that's kind of cool. Ring of Thorns. Oh, that's neat. So we'll have convoys that we can do now, and send another one out, hopefully. We also want to upgrade Prague while we got the chance, but there's tons that we got to do. So let's look at getting it done. Now back at home, we do have the manpower to do it, the labor. How much labor would it actually cost to rush? 810? We actually have the manpower to finish that off. That maxed out, we can start looking at the other things that we don't have. Get an ironworks on the go. Great Kiln of Hashut. And once we have the money, we can get the Ancient Inner City, which will help us out a fair bit. Just a matter of getting everything in place now. And we don't want any excess workforce to go out to these places, because we don't need them there, and we can just sell slaves. But if we sell there, drop it by 100 and sell there, should actually give us what we need to get the Ancient City. And Zorno's cool, has a fair amount of slaves still, and we can transfer more from the other areas. What I think we'll do, take 500 from there, a few from there, and we'll dump them all in here. And then we'll rush a couple of these places. I definitely want to get this starting to upgrade to the 2nd level, because it gives us Hell Cannons and Death Shrieker rocket launchers. And I don't know what Skullcrackers are going to be like. Iron Demons and Drakequake Mortars. Pretty cool. So we want to get that on the go. And we don't have a lot of money on this turn. Astrogoth. Level up. And we can actually start getting Flamestorm here pretty quick. But we could also possibly get, this is going to affect all our blunderbusses and felglaves, all of our archers. It's Taruks, that's our monsters, and Skullcracker and Lamas, that's our monster stuff. That would affect all of our melee warriors. Kind of hard to picture, because he is a caster by baseline. He only gets up to Deadly Onslaught, which is not that good. We're not going to be using a lot of that, but we could possibly go for Hellforged Ordnance. Get a lot of the artillery. What do we want to get in the 2nd range? Could really start working on the artillery. Let's go to his details, because I forget offhand what his... Okay, so he's getting a lot. And he makes Taruks better, so he's going to have a lot of cavalry. We'll have to work on that a little bit, but we're going to get much more balanced army later on. So I guess for right now, we'll just take Flamestorm, because it's viable. Our Caravan Master here. Get Hidden Stores, make himself a little bit better. Now, we should have a convoy we can send out, and of course I always go to the wrong place. So we only have one convoy out right now. Returning to capital, returning to capital. We don't have the coin for it, so that's that. But we do have slaves that we can sell off. Prisoners with jobs. Which will allow us to send out another caravan. So we can get one of these. Bull Centaur Master. Or Metallic Resilience. That's actually really good for what we want to do. So, we have 675 and 931. Black Crag is overrun. Send him to Grungzint. With all available gold that we have right now. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a gamble because we don't know where Kostalin went. But that's just devastating, so we'll just raise this city.
That belongs to proud Kislev.
Now, I'm curious if our army could take on Kostalin's army right now. Kostaltin, should say. too sure. So for right now, let's just do this. They don't really have many armies building up. Our Tarok leveled up. Might as well get more armor for him. That'll be good. Our Castellan should be leveling up pretty quick here, and then we can get some nice extra abilities on him. See how that works out, though. Alright, so everything's looking pretty decent so far. I mean, we got beastmen back in our territory. What are we gonna do with our lords here? Because we got the Lord of Hashut. We got Boastful. We got Greedy right now. He can start sacking things, that'd be great, but we're gonna let the other nations go, probably. And we just need more money at these places, so let's grab... That would be raw resources. It's not what I was after. Oh, that's a factory, that's why. That makes more sense now. That's actually our factory. So, yeah, not too great. We could get more armaments per turn, but we're just going to leave it for the time being. And apologies if you can hear my throat. It's a little bit scratchy right now. It's been a rough couple of weeks, and my allergies are really, really tormenting me. Kind of worried about Reichland. I'm not sure how well we could hold up against them right now, but they're not really right next to us yet. And I mean, the vampire counts are still doing pretty good. Alright, so a tower seat got claimed. Alright, so that's cool. Spawns a temporary army of hobgoblins. Upkeep for each military. Let's claim that one. Is there a chance that we can oust anyone else? No, not really. So we were waiting on that too. We did just get mutual benefits. Alright, so that's commandments for us, but it gets us to Hashut bound, which we kind of want. So we'll let it go that way. Alright, now what's up with Castellan? We'll see what he does, and we'll kind of just shadow within range of him. He's got another army over there, but I'm not too worried about it right now. What's Hell Pit's garrison look like? Pathetic. But... Alright, we got 1 out of 2 convoys on the go. And 1 is back at our capital. I think we'll send Yalkaz out again. We're gonna go for money this time if we can get it. So let's see if we can find one that gives us cash. This one gives us cash for armaments. We do have that, and it might be better to start working on deals with the vampire counts. So our 2 armies are in pretty decent shape and decent position. But we know the dwarves are up here. Oh, Mount Gunpad's been claimed and is all doing good. Fallen Kingdom, Crash next there. Okay, so yeah, maybe it would be wise to pull back from the Orthodoxy and go after Kislev itself. I mean, we do have the ability to just start raising their cities here in a turn. And then we can go up into the mountains and claim these and get them under our control. Because there's 2 dwarven, well, there's 3 dwarven cities up there that we could take. Which we kind of want to take. Crack a Drac. would be nice to take. But if it's in the hands of our military allies right now, I mean, they're pretty weak. The strength rating is 98. As compared to Wolfric at 15. So if he wipes out Throg, we might be able to steamroll back through him. It's a lot of what ifs. We'll take the deal with Nurgle for now.
What? Tribal fuel. East
Kislev.
Alright, so Kostlin doesn't actually want to go to peace with us at the moment. So, what can we do instead? Well, Carrick-Dûm, we do have enough of the raw resources to upgrade that pretty simply. Get some money coming in. At this point, we're pretty much just trying to make sure everything goes smoothly, well, as smoothly as can possibly be, while upgrading all of our stuff. Damaged buildings somewhere? Oh. That was unfortunate. They attacked Kislev. If we turn that into something better, that'll be good. I think we'll advance just a tiny bit more here. Keep cost in range. And we'll let the other nations go and see what they do.
Usaba sepugi ungrin Hashut.
Alright, we may not have a choice now. May have to actually get that army up and running, because if Tretch is going to start being a pain, well, yeah, it's Tretch, so we need to do that. We might be able to get Castleton down on this turn, and then we can focus on the rats.
We'll
pull back a little bit and watch where Castleton goes. But we don't have an option now. We're making good amounts of coin, but we're going to have to get a Lord up and running and get a Skalderish the Overseer is going to be our next running champion. So we'll get him a few things that he needs. And we want Ashstorm. Killing Fire. We'll go with Killing Fire for now. While you're here, you'll start off with some Infernal Ironsworn as a center line, and then we can start getting you some monsters, some magma cannons, and some other cool toys. We're gonna have to upgrade to see if we can get more Infernal Guard and other things too. So while we're thinking about it, let's go into the Forge. We definitely want at least 2 units of Fire Glaives. Upgrade to have some more Infernal Guard. And we can go into the Manufactory, and we have additional abilities that we can put down, but we're going to need more armaments. We're going to get 321 this turn, so that's not too bad. We can deal with it. And how is our labor looking? It's actually pretty decent, all things considered. Alright, we'll let the other nations go, and Skalderish is going to have to do all he can against the Skaven. He's probably going to be holding the line on his own for right now, but over time we might be able to reinforce him. We need to get Castleton to a place where we can wipe his main army out, and if we can declare, or not declare, but broker peace with him, we can kill off Kislev, the Tsarina, and then over the next 10 turns, while we wait for the timer to expire, we can set up so that when it does, we can just burn through the Orthodoxy. Alright, so while we have the chance here, let's give you the spell shield. And we'll give you the talisman of whatever we gave you. Already forgetting. Enchanted item. Gauntlets of Barrack the Cruel. Hit points, physical resistance, charge defense, which is going to be good for a caster, kind of. I'll give you the ruby ring. Oh, wait. That takes off the gauntlets. Never mind. Arcane item is what I was looking for. Let's go with... the earthing rod. Maybe? No, power stone sounds better. Cool. Then all we are missing is a weapon. Yeah, we don't have any of those, really. That's fine. And let's see here. We can get some Infernal Guard with great weapons. Then on the next turn, we'll try and get some Fire Glaives on the go. And that'll be the core infantry line. Which will be pretty nice.
You... This... Ha! Kubelu takam gornorn! Dot Kristas wanas! Isan Hashut anuku! Makazia thaumansi!
Alright, so you're just out of the movement range for that.
Afsepusan sominu! Eso annunku!
Now, hopefully Costleton doesn't retreat.
Posturkas erpatun jar!
And he did, all the way across the river and well out of our ability to retaliate against him. Looking up here, though, we don't see too many other armies, so this should be fine. Just lacking gold on everything else. What's our labor looking like? Getting a little bit low in places. Let's just make sure everything's producing at max for right now. We'll let the other nations go. It's probably going to be a lot of just build up and chasing a legendary lord around right now. And we're going to lose that convoy. Alright, well that's kind of crappy. But Costleton is well out of position right now. So if we nuke the city that's right in front of us and start pushing for other things, we should be fine. We're not going to war with the Walkers. So no. Well, I guess we're gonna have to enter a little war on the side of Tooth. And we'll just keep moving as normal for that one. Alright, so let's see, where was Costleton?
Blasphemy! Blasphemy!
Okay, so one of our convoys did a massive amount of damage to him. And where can we get labor from? Oh, we can get lots of money for armaments here, so we'll just dispatch you on that short route.
These Hashut Ankor. A Kazakh.
And these fights are not worth it.
Arak. Razi.
Alright, so that's raised. And we can start heading back up north now to burn them out. If we can get rid of all his cities, not exactly a great way to kill him off, but it would definitely work.
Grumnas una gormanunku. Or idu wanrak awadu.
And let's look at our our new caster down there. Where are those Felglaives? I know they're in here somewhere. Fireglaves. So it's going to cost us some more armaments to upkeep them because they're ranged. But if I'm not mistaken, at our factory, we can get another 50 per turn. And we're making a lot of raw resources. We can afford it either way, so we're good there for now. Pay the raw resources to get this up. Ooh, Prague can level up too. A lot of raw resources for what we're doing. Saber Mountain. Since we do have the materials, we might as well. Ooh, and now we have the Grand Manufactory done, which means we have room or access to war machines. We're gonna get those soonish.
Let them come.
Wow, Knights Calidor are still around. I thought Tretch would have wiped them out ages ago. Interesting. Alright, so if we give him what he needs, it's missile strength plus 25% and reload reduction time. Oh, we can afford that for right now. And where are we lacking on raw resources? Which is what I do kind of consider all of our prisoners' jobs. Keep everything at 100%. We're going to need more of them here shortly. Can't afford any of the war machines right now, which is kind of bad. So we got Death Streaker rockets. Kind of interested to try them out. Rocket launcher, armor piercing, multi-shot ammunition. Will those be like Doomfire rockets? Maybe, I don't know. These are kind of like expensive chariots. We know what hell cannons are like. We've seen them in the universe before, so they're not something I'm worried about. And let's get Hashut bound, because it's going to make us stronger overall. Alright, Costleton's going that way.
Afrinko, moving. Water.
So now it's time for us to go back up and burn his cities out. And we're going to lose Hell Pit, which sucks. I mean, it's not the end of the world, really, but it's not exactly nice for us either. Might as well get the armaments per turn while we can right now. So just a lot of maintenance for right now, and then we can worry about the rest of it later. And now we're at war with the Tsarina, too. So this whole region just became a violent Thunderdome for us. We got the Forces of Chaos to the east and north, and Kislev to the south and west, but we're fighting two sides of the opposite war, because I believe the Tsarina and the Orthodoxy are still at war with one another, so it's multiple fronts here. That's a lot of dragons. We don't need the hassle. We're not really doing it for the thing things that come out of it anyway. Possessed amulets, some melee attack, and some other stuff. Alright, we got a convoy completed. Alright, we'll go with sacrificial vats for right now.
Endrin as what? Unhand the Supreme Patriarch!
Okay, so apparently they're not at war with one another.
Obey!
The trade agreement.
Who's next?
Take what's theirs.
Always ready for a headbutting contest.
All the way.
Do a little bit of diplomacy while we're in here.
First.
The Shadow Legion kinda likes us.
You have found me. What will you ask?
Alright, with
Supreme Champion!
Bellicor on our side, it's definitely helpful.
Waddle!
And I think we're gonna branch them off and fight as individual armies now.
It is treason to command me.
And you're up and ready, so let's see what we can get for cool stuff for you. Now, Kadai Fireborn are nice. Hellforged, anti-infantry, flaming attacks. Bale Taurus, the Lamasu, all those are flying monsters and they're cool. The Death Shrieker rocket launchers is kind of what I want to get, though. So we're going to get both of those. And a Hell Cannon, why not? And then we'll get some Kadai. Go with the anti-infantry there. We could get some Outriders in the form of Taurus. Or Bull Centaurs, I should say. I kind of want to get a Bale Taurus in the army. It's going to be a long time for this all to sort out. Actually, we'll leave that off for now, because this is going to be a big amount of upkeep when they're all finished training.
Hashut Zibartu! Dragon Bezeki!
And we can level this up, just to make sure we keep bringing money in. We have a convoy available. We'll add that master to the roster. We're lacking in gold. I'll send it here for now. Now it's a little risky going out that way from everything else, but we're fine. We're gonna be okay. And the Health Forge, we got more in the manufactory. Could give them murderous charge, but I'm not too worried about it right now. How much conflict have we? Yeah, influence do we have? Not a whole lot. Definitely want that one as soon as we can afford it. I think that was the one we were going to go with originally, but I got a little ahead of myself. But let's let the other nations go. Our big Doomstack army. Well, it's not a Doomstack. I don't know what a Chaos Dwarf Doomstack would look like right now. Probably a few Bale Tauruses and some other stuff. I don't know how well this artillery is going to do, but it should do okay and allow us to fight Tretch and all them. Just have to deal with that. And they just sacked it, so that's... Yeah, we're gonna look the other way. We don't want our good hero there hurting.
By Sigma, No.
Pretty sure our army can handle that. It's a neat little mix of Bretonian and Empire.
I will not obey.
Asumor Angas Lock. Anfa
Savastra. It's got a fairly... We can't let them recruit any more troops. That's great orthodoxy. So we'll surround and let this fight happen on its own. These buildings are all almost getting ready to be done, which is good for us. And we are now almost out of the ability to transfer what we need. Now we can't even do that. Try to gold. So we'll have to let the efficiency drop for a little bit. And then we can start with these guys. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's not too bad though. Be nice if that siege is allowed to deplete their troops, because then we can just raise it and not have to worry about it. And it looks like Kislev decided not to sally forth. You're not at... Wow, you're at war with the war host of the apocalypse. No, we're on the other side of that fight. Alright, so we could add hobgoblins or replenish our forces. Our forces aren't hurt, so let's get the hobgoblins. We have convoy complete, and we got a soul grinder of Tzeentch and an ever-changing blade. That's kind of cool. So before we do anything else, we need to get a convoy out. We got some coin and we got some armaments. We could use a big influx of labor. Drakenhof will give us a little bit. Grungzint will give us more, though. Actually, it's worth it to send you out to Karon Kar, just for the sheer amount of labor that would be there. It's a long trip, too, so might as well do that. I don't want to go into the city itself. But now if you try that, you're definitely going to lose. Alright, so what can we do here? This is the Kadai Destroyer. But we are in the negatives for cash flow right now, which is not good. We have a little bit of cash, but not a lot. What's Silver Pinnacle's garrison like? Oh, it's pretty decent. We got 12 units, so 11 units plus the Lord. What do they got here for numbers? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, it's on point, and we do have the artillery. Let's try to go for it. If we can take Silver Pinnacle, it's another main city that we can make a tower and then just start reaping in all the rewards from everything else. I overclicked the one I wanted to go to, because I want to check and see if we can get any more coin coming in anywhere else in here. Now, what's your actual... Oh yeah, level 3, so this, we want is more coin. Okay, just gives control and casualty replenishment rate. It doesn't actually give us what we want. So that should be good on all of that. Give us a nice little boost in income. Kislev. Get you getting us some more coin. And we do have the raw resources to do this, so let's upgrade Kislev, and if we can, Prague. Prague's already upgrading, so that's fine. We'll let the other nations go and see how that works out for us. It might not. We will see. Well, let's do it that way. Not a big deal. And we'll raise the city. And we'll go back and nurse our wounds with this army. See how it works out. Like, another 4 nations have completely been wiped out, so I have no idea how this is going to end up for us, but we'll see. You declare war on us, sack our city, and then expect us to just, you know, accept that? No, that's not how this works. So we're going to get you back over here. That's kind of cool. Can't be hurt and can't hurt. It's nice. Alright, so you've got Hellhammer and you're all the way up to Arcane Conduit. Which is one of the ones we're definitely going to take. And let's get the casualty replenishment rate. And we'll take Dodge 'em. Make our hobgoblins even better. Now, where did...
No. Subjugitash!
Well, that's not a good place for our convoy to be. Actually, we should probably cancel that and not let it happen that way. Alright. Okay, I think we're kind of digging ourselves out of this hole a little bit. I mean, it's much easier now that we're getting a lot of raw resources coming in. So we know for future reference, always focus on your raw resources first beyond anything else, and then you can worry about the other stuff. And we're almost close there. We can get this, which would be awesome. More raw resources and everything else that we can do. Alright, let's let the other nations go and see how it works out. Wow, a Cornate Warlord. Yeah, I was kind of expecting that. But a Cornate Warlord, especially Scarbrand, decided not to go to war with us. A little unusual, but is what it is. Sylvania's gone. So lots happened on that turn, so we're going to have to deal with a lot of this. We are in the positives again, but our convoy is gone. And the Golden Order took out Sylvania. We'll go with Desert and Swamp Patrician and Communing Altar. We definitely want Communing Altar. So we're going to work towards that. I think maybe next time I'll focus on that specifically. But before we do anything else, I think that's where we're going to call it for this week, guys. If you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, join me in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button. And make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.